So let's see. Part number 2, the 3 grades of vessels. Hot liquids, there is above Yad Soledasbo, which 110 degrees Fahrenheit. In this instance, I'm not sure. What did we say? Was it in Celsius? Did we say it's 70 degrees on Celsius? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, approximately. All right.
Approximately.
So, approximately. Okay, 70. Okay, so basically when you hand recoils, that's the definition, there is still in a pot. So one more time, hot liquids, there is above Yad Soledasbo, that are still in a pot in which they were heated, are capable of cooking any items immersed in them. So I mean the soup, our soup is getting colder, but it still have potential to cook if you put their raw food, even after the pot was removed from the fire. So if it's an original pot, first condition, and its temperature is above Yad Soledasbo, it's not in the fire, doesn't matter, it's going to get cooked. Okay, I mean, if it's on the fire, it's a different story. Okay, so continue. However, once once the hot liquid has been transferred into second cold container, so from one pot you pour soup into the second pot, right? The walls of the container begin cooling the liquid, and thereby reduce the capacity to cook. So you put from one pot, the original that was on an inverted vessel that was in a blech, you took it out and you pour all of the contents in another pot, clean dry pot, right? So the walls of this dry pot, they already cooled down, or is going to cool down the liquid, our soup. Why? Because that's the physical characteristics of the metal, right? It's good conductor. Right? Continue. So it would conduct the heat. If the liquid is transferred to a third vessel, so now we pour it in a third pot vessel, the capacity to cook further diminishes. So the many times we transfer from one to another, even as we said, even the temperature is the same. I mean, for some time, right? It does not drop so drastically right away. So the third vessel already cannot cook as much, as strong. Therefore, with regard to the halachos of cooking, vessels are classed in 3 categories. So I'm sure that you heard it if you learn about this halachos. So it's clearly shown. Clearly shown is the first vessel. So it's clearly shown is a vessel in which the food was cooked, the original one, right? Kli sheni, second vessel, and kli shlishi, third vessel. So if you're talking about coffee, let's talk about coffee. So kli rishon, it would be our ordinary or tea kettle, right? Kli sheni would be the first cup that you pour in the water. And kli rishon would be the third vessel. Okay. 1 second. How much you can do. Continue. Simply continue. Okay, 3 types of vessels. So let's see. First vessel, kli rishon. So okay, definition. A kli rishon is a vessel that was heated directly on a flame or other source of heat, such as electric coil. Okay. When removed from the flame, the hot pot retains the capacity to cook anything placed inside it. So if it was on a source of heat, I think even if it was on a blech, it does not make a difference. Okay. Anything that placed inside it. So first vessel can cook whatever you put it inside. Hot liquids that are still in a vessel in which they were heated also have the power to kli rishon. Hot liquids that are still in the vessel in which they were heated also have a power of kli rishon and are capable of cooking any item immersed in them. So if you put something in a soup, it's going to get cooked. right? By the same token, solid foods in a clearly shown in the first vessel, clearly shown in the first vessel. There is a vessel in which they were cooked. Will cook anything that comes in contact with them. So liquids and solids, in this case, it's, they say it doesn't make any difference. This capacity to cook remains until the pot and the contents cool below the temperature Yatzaladasbo. So if it's original container, in what it was cooked, right, in which it was the food was cooked, in this case, so I want to emphasize, there is no difference whether it's liquid or it's solid. It's going to cook whatever is going to come into contact with it. Okay, so continue. B, second vessel, Kli Sheni. Second vessel. A Kli Sheni is a vessel to which the contents of Kli Rishon have been transferred. Generally speaking, the term Kli Sheni is used in reference to the hot contents of the vessel rather than the vessel itself. Okay, so let's finish and we're going to explain. Although the heat of the food or the liquid in a Kli Sheni is not as intense as the food at Kli Rishon, with the most foods we observe the prohibition of cooking, even with regard to Kli Sheni. Okay. Okay, so now we're talking about Kli Sheni, second vessel. So we say if so when we say second vessel, so it's very interesting to note that they say we're not talking about different pot. We're talking about the contents of the first pot that is hot, that is capable of cooking, right? That is hotter than Yatzaladas bowl. That's what we care about, not the second pot, right? Okay. So now from the original pot where the food was cooked, we transfer to the second pot. And in some sense, Ashkenazic tradition goes that in many aspects we compare, since we do not know, we're not sure. I mean, especially in regards to the in regards to the solids. So we equate in many cases first vessel to the second vessel. So it does not make any difference. That's why we make all the tea and coffee in the third vessel, never in the second vessel. Okay. So continue. Third vessel, Kli Shlishi. A Kli Shlishi is a vessel to which the contents of the Kli Sheni have been transferred, have been further transferred. So it's third vessel. From one original pot, they pour to another pot, and now to a third pot. Right? Once moved to a Kli Sheni, once moved to Kli Sheni, hot food or liquids lose most of the capacity to cook. However, some foods cook so easily that they may not be placed even in Kli Shlishi. Okay, so let's try to understand. So when, according to the majority of the Paskim, they say that the third vessel, they're not going to cook, most likely because the temperature is dropping. But it depends what food we are talking about. Right, and plus there are foods, some foods where we're going to see what kind of food they cooked very easily, like in a few seconds they're already cooked. Okay, we're going to see.